Happening now, the taking a knee phenomenon hits Chautauqua County. Governor Cuomo makes a surprise visit to Cattaraugus County, and the cost to house juvenile offenders is running amok. That's news now for
live and on demand from the Chautauqua Audio Works studios in downtown Jamestown. This is your source for breaking news. WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us today. I'm James Reed. The cost to house juvenile offenders in Chautauqua County has doubled, according to one county lawmaker. George Borrello says that this unexpected cost, coupled with the drug epidemic, has put tremendous pressure on the county's budget.
The requirements by the state of New York for juvenile detention are really, I would say, unreasonable. They have to be in specific facilities with specific requirements where they literally can't even be in the view of an adult, so it creates a situation where there's an extremely limited amount of places that we can send them, and those places are overloaded. And because of all those requirements from the state, a supply and demand issue, that's why you see a rate that doubled.
Borrello says that there's a large facility in Brockton that sits unused currently. He says the state refuses to look at housing juveniles there. Now, reaction is still pouring in after a Jamestown freshman took a knee last night at a junior varsity game in Dunkirk. Now, this man said he watched LaShawn McCoy work out during the NFL's collective protest last week.
That bothered me, And then Jim Kelly and him are going at it, and then somebody else jumped in, and it's just total disorientation.
The young man who took the knee is LeBron Fisher, a 13-year-old safety for the team, who is accompanied by his mother, Crystal Graham.
LeBron and I have discussed racial injustice since he was a very young boy, since it was introduced into his life by circumstances of living. But it's always been a topic that we have on a regular basis in our house.
Several Cattaraugus County lawmakers tell us that they received a last-minute invitation to attend a special event in Olean this afternoon. A source tells us that the special event in question is an appearance by New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. Now, we reached out to a total of 7 Cattaraugus County lawmakers, 3 of whom were willing to speak with us.
It was like last minute. We were at a function yesterday for we just found out, we were at the reception, we just found out about it, and so I can't go. I don't know what's going on.
I'm just completely surprised. I mean, I guess it really is a surprise. I can only hope that he's going to bring us some good news for Olean and our Cattaraugus County.
He's had representatives come to Cattaraugus County and Chautauqua and Erie County, but as far as himself, I think he's made 1 or 2 appearances.
Now, we also reached out to Pam Lent, Director of Communications for the Empire State Development Group, who has yet to get back to us. Now, we're still in the dark about what Cuomo will actually be speaking about at today's event. Straight ahead, a man faces charges after a Mayville burglary. But first, here's Dakota Hunter with your First Defense weather forecast.
Now, your First Defense forecast with Dakota Hunter.
Good morning, everybody. Let's take a look at First Defender Live Scan to kick off the weather segment today. And we have this batch of rain that is pushing in off Lake Lake Erie. There's actually no severe weather accompanied with this, but we do have some pretty heavy downpours that is coming into Chautauqua County, Cattaraugus County, and also up toward the Buffalo Metro as well. And this rain will continue throughout the morning hours, and it could potentially last into the evening hours as well, especially into the afternoon hours as well. Let's take a look at the current conditions out at the airport. It's actually 51 degrees out there right now. No rain is actually being reported at the airport at this hour. There's that wind chill index again. We got that wind chill of 48 when you combine it with that south wind of 6, which does create that wind chill value. And it's just fall time weather this time of the year. Here's your First Defense forecast for today. Mostly cloudy on average. Showers and thunderstorms will increase as the afternoon goes along. Much cooler as well. We'll shoot for that high of around 63 degrees. And then for tonight, showers will continue throughout the overnight hours. We'll go for a low of around 45, but take a look at the wind gusting up to 23 miles an hour at times. And then for tomorrow, we actually dry out. Showers and in the late morning hours, turning partly sunny and much cooler. High temp 58 degrees. Take a look at the wind, still gusting around 20 miles an hour at times. And then here's the First Defense 7-day forecast. After Saturday, we start warming up again, but take a look at the low. Saturday night and Sunday night, wouldn't be surprised if we see frost both of those days. Please bring in tender plants and vegetation. And after next week, we start warming up to above average temperatures once again to start October. News Now continues right after the break, so stay with us.
Chautauqua Audio Works now offers instrument rentals starting at just $17 per month. We're your school's band and orchestra headquarters, the only place with loaners on site. So pick up an instrument today. Order online with the keyword Chautauqua, shipping straight to your door. You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Vice President Mike Pence will make an appearance in Buffalo next month on behalf of Congressman Chris Collins. According to the Washington Post, Collins is being investigated currently. Jamestown City Council President Greg Rabb was asked recently if the comparisons between Jamestown and Buffalo are fair. Here's his response.
Are we becoming a small Buffalo? I hear that comparison a lot. And sometimes
they're becoming a big Jamestown. So,
I mean, is it an unfair comparison though?
To what? To Buffalo?
Well, yeah, as far as
of course.
As far as crime goes, and the population, the segment of the population.
You know, I grew up in Buffalo. I went to school for some of my degrees in Buffalo. I still work part-time for Buffalo State College, so I'm very familiar with Buffalo. I do stuff up there. I work up there. It's night and day, literally. The politics up there are cutthroat. They aren't here. They've been getting a lot of help from the state, as we have, because upstate has been neglected for so long. But, you know, the governor's been good to both of us.
In other news, a Chautauqua County man is facing felony burglary charges following an investigation at the Lakeview Hotel in Mayville. According to the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office, 27-year-old Eric Courtier unlawfully entered the business and stole property from that location. Courtier is also facing petty larceny charges. He was taken into custody on Thursday and was remanded to Chautauqua County Jail, where he is currently being held without bail.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Located in the St. Elmo building in Chautauqua Institution, La Familia Restaurant is more than a restaurant.
So people love the fact that we are committed to the farm-to-table aspect in our produce and focus on sustainability with our seafood too.
La Familia has signature dishes.
Sirloin filet over on the table. Next is our Aegean chicken and a cider brine pork chop.
La Familia even has a sitting chef. La Familia, fine dining with a family atmosphere. Let them host your special event today. LaFamiliaCHQ.com.
We start off on Thursday Night Football where Davante Adams takes a big hit from Bears' Danny Trevathan. Trevathan would get a flag, but he wouldn't be kicked out of the game. Adams was carried off on a stretcher. Reports this morning indicate that he's being checked out for head and neck injuries. In Major League Baseball, the Yankees may reach 90 wins, but they didn't get the win last night against the Rays. The Rays beat them 9-6. You see that solo shot by the Rays, getting the scoring started off early. That home run off the bat of Corey Dickerson, designated hitter for the Rays, off of Sonny Gray. Final score, again, 9-6. The New York Yankees may get 90 wins this season, but they probably won't win the American League East. The Rays beat them last night 9-6. Corey Dickerson getting the scoring started in the top of the first inning with that long home run off of Sonny Gray. But Aaron Judge comes right back. He hits a high drive towards right for his 51st home run of the season. The Yankees go back-to-back, getting home runs from Bird and Judge. By the way, that's Judge's 51st home run. Once again, the Yankees fall short. And a reminder, End Zone Live, back at you Friday night. We have 2 games, 2 reporters, and then multiple scores from reporters in the field and the community. Make sure you check out End Zone Live, driven by Schultz Auto. From the WNY Sports Now desk, I'm Ryan Hedrick, where it all unfolds here.
Welcome to Internet Market Value Pricing. At Schultz, we use a unique computer software program that determines what every used vehicle within 250 miles is selling for. Then we price our vehicle at the lowest possible price, with no haggling, no uncertainty, and no hassle to you. All certified pre-owned vehicles come with a free Schultz Advantage 1-year maintenance plan, limited lifetime engine warranty, Carfax report, and go through a multi-point inspection before they are offered for sale. Visit us at schultzauto.com or in person at one of our convenient locations.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Everything's made fresh here. We love to be outside, and it's nice inside if it's raining, so we have a choice.
Locals and non-locals agree that the Main Landing is quickly becoming a destination.
It's just so casual, and just the food is amazing.
I love the hamburgers.
But I really like the tuna I had.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
And to the movies we go with, exclamation point, where is it? There it is. Kingsman: The Golden Circle is looking to remain the #1 movie at the box office this weekend, but an A-list star and a horror thriller have different ideas. David Daniel looks at how the new movies, when wide release, figure to fare this weekend.
This is the United States Drug Enforcement Agency. We are ordering you to land. Aye, boys.
Tom Cruise returns to theaters this weekend in American Made, loosely based on the true story of a pilot who got mixed up in the 80s drug wars. Reviews are strong, and it's been a couple of years since Cruise had a hit, but Universal is expecting a launch in the low to mid-teens.
What's going on?
I would like you to stop my heart.
Okay. Now's the point where you say it's all a joke.
A new generation conducts near-death experiments in a reimagining of Flatliners. Unlike the boundary-pushing med students played by Ellen Page, Diego Luna, and co-stars, Sony is being modest in its forecast, looking for a $7 or $8 million debut for the thriller. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
So what do we think? Any good movies that you want to see?
Oh, I'm more of a kiddie-type Christmas movie kind of
Are
person.
you?
Can you believe
I'm
that?
not too excited about any of those releases there, I must say.
My dad is more into the like horror kind of stuff, where my mom is sort of she's sort of like the romantic type movie kind of thing.
So
and
where
I'm
do you
like,
fall in the middle there?
No.
You don't want either.
Yeah, I'm more of like a kiddie Christmas type. If it has something to do with Christmas, or if it has like a PG rating, then I'll probably sit and watch
There you go. Well, I know one thing you are very excited about is weather, of course, and we've got ourselves a very nice weather forecast. It's looking better as it goes up, up, and up, right?
Yeah, and actually, if you do like the fall weather, we do have a weekend of that. And again, for today, we'll be right around 63 degrees with the rain showers and thunder showers. And then tomorrow, I said yesterday, I don't think we're going to hit 60 at the airport. And I'm keeping to that promise. I think we're going to still only hold out to around 58. That is obviously well below average. The average high this time of the year is 66. And then after the weekend, we start warming up again to above average temperatures. As I told you yesterday, the NOAA actually does have Western New York as at an over 80% risk of seeing above average temperatures to start October. So October kind of feels like it right now, but it kind of won't for the first week of October. So.
But
Hold
still,
out for a little bit.
mid-70s, I can deal with that over
yeah.
mid-80s on any day.
Yeah.
It was pretty hot this week overall.
Yeah, we won't have the heat and the humidity and all that stuff. At least
Right.
your air conditioners will get a break, though.
Right. But hey, a nice weekend ahead, and we hope that you guys have a fantastic one. That is News Now for today. We are back tomorrow. For News 24/7, visit WNYNewsNow.com, where coverage comes first. Have a great